In today's video, we're gonna do something I haven't done in a long time. We take one of our trade-ins, something that I took in on trade that we're gonna just send to auction. It's a wholesale piece to us. We're gonna look at it. We're gonna go over its condition, its mileage, you know, the year, the equipment. And then in the comments, I want you to put what you think the trade value is of this particular vehicle. Like what would you say this trade would be worth? This is a 2010 Ford F150 XL. It's an extended cab, which means you have the smaller back door. At least we call it an extended cab at Chevy. I'm not exactly sure if Ford calls it anything different, but you get the point. You have the smaller back door. It's a basic truck. It's their basic model. You know, we'll kind of look at the exterior first, then we'll take a walk inside. You'll notice up front, you know, just black plastics on the grille, nothing really special. It does have fog lights in the lower portion of the bumper, which is pretty nice. Generally, you would get that in a higher level trim, but I guess it's part of the XL. You'll notice you just have regular steel wheels. They are showing definite signs of age. You know, again, this is a 2010, so this vehicle is 13, you know, maybe 14 years old, depending on when it was first initially purchased. As I'm just walking around the vehicle, front tires are pretty much bald, right? They're right down to the wear bars. That's the same exact thing on the other side as well. However, when we go to the back here, you'll notice that the back tires do have a lot more meat on them, a lot more tread. This truck is two-wheel drive, so obviously the previous owner, to get by, threw some better tires on the back, not so much concerned about the front. Probably knew he was going to trade it in eventually. Funny enough, if you look at the spare here, which is probably the original spare, that tire is still brand new. Now, what you'll notice is look how rusted that rim is, and that rim was mounted up underneath the truck. So it's safe to assume the whole underbody of this truck is going to have similar rust on it. It's actually one of the things the customer mentioned to me, that it's just, you know, it's seen its days, it's been used as a work truck, it's been put to work, and the body shows it, the rust shows it. Even if you look at the side here, you'll notice you have all rust along the wheel wells here. And then even if you look underneath the bottom, I know on the driver's side it was all rusted. You can even see there's all rust, you know, underneath here along the rocker panels. Again, same thing on the other side, just like passenger side here, you can see this tire is, I mean, this tire is bald. Being a basic truck, you know, basic plastic mirror caps, plastic door handles. It does have these cool little side steps on the side here to get into the bed or to access the bed. However, it's seized up, it doesn't work. Let's try the one on the other side. See if that works. They're all seized up, probably rusted, they don't work. This does have a lockable tailgate. It's going to just slam down. That's something that will catch you by surprise if you drive newer trucks today, because most new trucks have that soft open. It also weighs a ton, whereas now the doors are aluminum, and most have like a torsion bar system in them that help take that weight out. The new Chevy Silverado, with your pinky, you can literally just lift up that tailgate with ease. Other than the rust and the fact that, you know, the body is faded, you know, just the paint itself, there's a dent here on the back. Other than that, the body's not all that bad on this truck. Looking around, the hood looks good. The roof line I just checked out looks good. So really, you know, a little small dent here, paintless dent removal can take care of that. I would advise somebody not to put the money into reconditioning this. Again, we're just sending it right to auction. This is not something that we would actually sell here at the dealership. But, you know, it's a nice, you know, decent truck for someone, you know, down the road. Let me start her up here for us. Turnkey ignition. This has 143,703 miles on it. It does have a bit of an exhaust leak, which you can probably hear. I imagine that's due to probably the rust underneath the truck, maybe part of the exhaust or the cats or something rusted out, so we had that exhaust leak. I'm gonna pop the hood real quick. Take a look at the 4.6 liter V8 that's under the hood. Truck runs smooth. I mean, there's no vibration in it, nothing like that. Starts right up. Looking at it, the manifolds are all rusted out. The shock towers are all sort of rusted out. You know, some of it could be surface rust, some of it might be a little deeper than that, or a little more than that. But again, I mean, it runs solid. Doesn't seem to have any like oil seepage or major leaks or anything like that. So it seems to be a decent engine. I'm sure it has a bunch of miles left in it. This being the XL, it is a more basic model as far as trim. So you'll see your door panel here has really nothing on it. You got a window crank, so it's old-fashioned windows, headlight controls. It does have cruise. You have some basic radio controls with a CD player. Actually, it's a disc changer. At least it appears to be with that load button. Your climate controls, and that's pretty much it. The one thing that I don't know if is standard or not is this temperature gauge. I'm not sure if that's something that they put in or if that was there from the factory. Whatever it is, it's not reading any sort of a temperature, and it looks like it actually belongs there. It's like a perfect perfect spot for it. No lights on the dash, no check engine, no airbag, nothing like that. Only one warning for tire pressure sensors, which is really no big deal. This does have the center armrest here that lifts up. You do have storage, very small storage, but a small storage compartment there, and then cup holders that pull out from the bottom. So it's got some typical pickup truck style amenities. You'll also notice this being very basic does have rubber coated floors, no carpeting. And then again, we mentioned it's that extended cab. You got your handle here. This is one of the trucks that still opens like a suicide style door, which gives you that nice big opening. And then you have your smaller back seat here. Again, rubber coated floors, has some just small storage underneath, not really contained, just a jack and a way to lift that seat up. But you know, not a bad little truck. This gentleman got very good use out of it. Again, he used it as a work truck, you know, so it did what it was meant to do. And my question again to you, with the condition it's in, the 143,000 miles, the possible rust issues underneath the truck, the body, you know, the condition that it's in, the fact that it runs well, you know, the interior condition, what do you think? What value would you put on this vehicle as a trade? That's what I'm curious about, and that's what I would like you to put in the comments.